Oh yeah, sexy biscuits. Nice.
Long before 1975, a YouTuber is on the rise, reviewing games and sometimes friends, but Long Boys Bros 1975.
Hey YouTube, Longboys Post 1975. Grand Theft Auto 5. This video is going to be something a little bit different. I'm going to do a kind of vloggy thing, but I'm going to, pinch Steve Benway's idea and kind of do it as, a gameplay video, mainly because it's 4 o'clock Monday morning and I've just got back from work and I really can't be asked to, stick my ugly face on camera because I'm proper knackered, yeah. But don't worry, if you do like my ugly face, I do have a couple of vlogs coming up this week on other stuff I want to talk about. But yeah, it's going to be kind of a mixed bag. It's going to be some things about Grand Theft Auto I want to talk about, some things about this fucking crap when they blame video games for everything, and just a little bit about the game so far. Now, it's funny, look at that, that's absolutely beautiful. First off, right, out of the bag, it's drawn some criticism for its graphics, which maybe I'm not, because I had a Wii before I had that's the wrong way to start a conversation. I had a Wii before I had my meal. I had a Wii before I had a 360, so I'm not really kind of one of those people that gets bent on graphics and stuff like that, but I think it looks absolutely fantastic. It looks really, really nice. But also, you got to think, and I know other people have talked about this. Ben Chen Muzo talked about it, but I just want to talk about the same thing, which is think about what it is here. Take it in the context that it is. You're in a big, fat, open city. Think how much stuff is going on right now at any one time. Easy there, sunshine. That alone is just incredibly impressive. So the fact that it looks this good with that so much shit going on, to me, just utterly mind-blowing. I think it looks really, really cool. Now, the game is different to other entries in the franchise. Let's just clear up my thoughts on Grand Theft Auto. I never really liked the 2D games. I just didn't. It just didn't work for me. There's nothing wrong with you if you did. Right. So it's best to leg it like this, isn't it? Because obviously, can you just hold it down? Yeah. But if you tap it, then you build up your stamina, don't you, or something? I'll tell you what, I've had this for 2 days. I haven't done anything but just cock around, run over people, beat people up, kill the old Bill, and generally just tear it up, which is what I always do when I get a Sandbox game. I just like to cock about and have fun. And here's the funny thing, which leads into my next point, which is I've done all those things, and I've done all those things in every Grand Theft Auto game I've ever played. Yet I've never been to prison, and I've never committed a crime. So, as you know, it's once again, this game is being blamed for absolutely everything. Let's go nick a car. It's Grand Theft Auto. Much like every time a Grand Theft Auto game comes out, or a Call of Duty game, it's like a broken record. You can set your watch by it, but everyone starts blaming it for all the ills of society. And this game is the spawn. No, what was it? The Daily Mail. Oh, God bless the Daily Mail. Or the Mail on Sunday. It actually said, if Satan designed a game, this would be it. I shit you not. Seriously. I mean, what a fucking stupid thing to say. It's just nice because it's going to cause kids to replicate what goes on in this game, and crime will happen and people will get beaten up, shot, cars will get stolen. What a load, excuse me, got windy pops, of utter bollocks. I just don't understand this reaction every time. See, the thing is about the world, right? Sometimes the world's not a very nice place. It ain't always a bucket of peaches. It can be quite shitty, yeah? But that's because certain individuals are just wired that way. A game is not responsible for that. It's nothing new, is it? A movie's not responsible for that. How a comic is not responsible for that. Or playing an Ozzy Osbourne record backwards. That's all bollocks. You see, certain individuals are just wired the wrong way, and at some point, they'll go batshit crazy. Whatever triggers it is by the way, because it's kind of, it's going to happen anyway. So, the fact that all these people... Where's handbrake? There we go. Oh, no. Easy there, you fucking Lexus. So all these people who start blaming, oh nice, everything on this. What? No, shut up, that's utter toss. Whatever, helps you sleep at night, I guess, because that's what some people just can't accept, that the world's a shithole sometimes. So to be able to, you know, pin it down on something makes them feel better. They'll sleep more comfy at night. That's rubbish. But what really, really annoys me about this is it's an 18 certificate game. It's not a kid's game, much like movies, you know, where people watch when they're too young. I mean, we've all done it to some degree. It's a rite of passage, isn't it? It's part of your childhood. But yeah, it's not aimed at kids. So if you buy it for your kid, then I'm sorry. What are you doing? I know peer group pressure and people can whine and stuff like that, but as I said, it's not aimed at kids. And also, some people just, they don't want to take responsibility for, you know, their actions or their children or how they parent. You know, so it's easier to say, oh, it's this did this to my kid. No, the fact that you didn't, you know, bring that person up properly might be in there somewhere. You know, it's an 18 game. Don't give it to them. Don't let them play it. Know what they do. Don't put the internet in the room. You know, supervise it. Put filters on it. To some degree, you have to take responsibility for your and your children's actions. Oh, how the hell did I miss that guy? So, you know, to suddenly blame the fact that your kid's walking around with a mega fucking party mouth, you know, of all time, when he's 12 and you've let him play this game, that's your problem. Anyway, sorry, just my 2 cents. But then, hey, let's be honest, it's all going to happen again, isn't it, at Christmas when Call of Duty comes out. Now, the other thing I just want to talk about really quickly, I understand the importance of Grand Theft Auto 3. I do. It was groundbreaking, you know, this open environment stuff. I just wasn't a fan. It had no heart, it had no soul, which is why I love Vice City, because, you know, the inclusion of voices, particularly Ray Liotta, just made it absolutely, ooh, look at that, sexy. Fantastic. San Andreas was alright. I think it tried to get a little bit too involved, you know, like the eating stuff. Oh, nice. I really didn't need that. Let's get a better ride. I was going to say, can I not get out because of the wall? But 4, frankly, I just found 4 hollow. I didn't like it. I know everyone raves about it at the time, but it just didn't really work for me. So, and I wasn't going to buy this, but I was downtown, I traded some games in, and it was on the shelf, and I realised that I could pick it up for 18 quid, so I did it. And then I've come back and I've just had an absolute blast. It's absolutely fantastic. It starts right in a failed heist, so you get to, you know, experience some shooting and stuff like that. Let's find someone and twat them. The gun controls, the gun mechanics are absolutely amazing. They work so well. Well, what I've experienced of the story so far is absolutely fantastic. Here you go, mate. All the 5 fingers say to the face. Slap. Nice. Oh, no money? Right, yeah. The voice acting is absolutely superb. Obviously, I've got the music turned off, but I always love the way they do radios in this. I mean, I can just flip the radio station forever. There we go. Nice. But yeah, just so far, I'm just having an absolute blast. It just, to me, feels more like sort of, you know, the heart of the series, I should say. Now, here's the other thing. Obviously, they're not real cars. There's no way they could afford the licenses for that many cars, I guess. But you can clearly see what they're based on, which I do really, really like. Your first mission, you know, after the failed heist, when you have to boost 2 cars, and clearly, you know, one's an Audi R8 and the other one's a Ferrari. I just thought it was brilliant. You know what they are without them being it. They well, I wouldn't know how they handle, because I've never driven either of those, but they feel like, you know, well, they feel like how Jeremy Clarkson tells me they should feel. But like this, clearly this is an Infiniti G32, is it? I don't know. You know, the Infiniti version of the Nissan 270Z or whatever. I do really like that. I do like, there's some absolute fantastic cars, and there's old ones, there's shit ones, there's amazing ones. Right, whee! A sense of speed is absolutely brilliant. So yeah, again, when people say like, oh, graphically it's not really out there. Oh, bollocks. Wow, no airbag. What a waste of fucking $45,000. Yeah, but I mean, look at the car models. They look fantastic. Right, can I get me some mad? You can get some absolute crazy air in this game, as you would expect. Oh, shit. Right. Oh, and another thing I really want to quickly talk about was someone PM'd me after they saw that on a channel. It was that for me, crikey, it's the Roses, Leg It Dave, that I still had this game. And basically, they were like, you know, don't you think it should be more realistic? Well, not really. Which brings me on to my question, which is, there we go, nice. Do you think sandbox games would be as much fun if they were more realistic? I don't. I certainly don't. I'm not saying they necessarily have to be as absolute batshit crazy as, you know, sort of Saints Row. There's nothing wrong with that. I'm not a fan of Saints Row, but I can understand why people are. It's kind of like this on, you know, fucking acid. But yeah, if you give me an open environment, an open world, you know, going back to the original topic, which is I want to fuck around, I want to run people over, I want to shoot people, I want to beat people up, you know. I want to twat the rozzers, I want to do mad jumps, wicked air, plough into the sea, and obviously aren't planes back in this one, which should be wicked cool, because I love that San Andreas. I don't, you know, I don't want a sedate experience. I mean, some people may like that. They may like the structure that it is, which is you've got a perfectly, you know, realistic city, and then you have a very, very, you know, specific set of goals, which are kind of almost more like, well, real life. You know, I don't want that. I guess to some degree you could try and drive in this game absolutely incredibly perfect and, you know, not go around endlessly maiming and killing people, but then you're still gonna have to do the missions when you do that to some degree anyway. Ooh. But yeah, to me, it's if you want a game that offers you a sandbox environment, but then restricts it to such a level that it's almost like, you know, participating in the daily events of your own life. Drive a car, buy some products, you know, hold a job down. I don't want that. Do you know what I mean? What would be fun about that? I mean, there are menial tasks in this, I know, but I mean, if that's what you want, then I don't know. Put your control pad down and go outside. Well, anyway, right. I thought so. Yeah. What do you think? Are you sick and tired of games like this getting blamed for absolutely everything? You know, is it about time that people start taking, you know, some responsibility, you know, for their actions, for their children's actions? You know. I mean, at the end of the day, the Xbox, you know, that is not a babysitter. You know, and also, what do you think about sandbox games? You know, is there appeal the fact that you can do all these horrible things, you know, and go absolutely batshit crazy, because it provides you this, you know, virtual world to do so? And I don't mean that, you know, because obviously we're adults, we can tell the difference between this and the real world. So, you know, because we know the difference, sometimes it's fun to have this environment where you can just go absolutely mental. Anyway, I've waffled on long enough. What do you think? Ooh. That's going to leave a mark. Anyway, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you later.